Hello everyone, my name is Precious Roylin B. Rosales. I am a teacher of Sogod National High School and I teach English 10 in the said school. So today we are going to have a little bit of an overview on Module 7 under Quarter 2. Okay, so English 10, Module 7 and Quarter 2. The title is Multimodal and its Elements. So we're not gonna have an in-depth discussion on the topic. I've actually created another video for that. So what we're gonna do right now is that we're gonna have just an overview on what you are going to do with the different parts of the module, so that you'll be guided accordingly. And when you answer this module, you know what to do. Okay, so we're gonna have this one. So this is our English Quarter 2 Module 7, Multimodal and its Elements. Okay. Now this is one of the most important pages in our module, the what I need to know. You will be able to know the topic that you're going to know by going over the module. Okay, and this is the specific topics 1 to 3. Okay, now in what I know, this is the part where it measures what you know before you go over the module. So it's a little bit of like a pre-test. Okay, so it's very important also to answer the questions that's 1 up to 10. Okay, so answer it, but don't worry, we're not going to assess you with that. Okay, so you're just going to assess yourself if you know a lot about the topic. Okay, and lesson 1, the multimodal text. So what's in? So basically it tells you everything that you need to know regarding multimodal text. Okay, now multimodal, it is actually a sort of getting the information or giving the information on a lot of different modes. So you have you can get information through voice, you can get information through text, you can get a lot of it. Okay, so what's in? Again, this is one of the most important parts of the module. So it actually have an in-depth discussion of what the topic is. So it talks about multimodal text being not just the letters or the voice that you can use in communicating. It actually has a lot of modes. Okay, so there are 2 or more modes. You have the written language, the spoken language, the patterns of meaning, and that are visual, audio, gestural, tactile, and spatial. Okay, so I know that you're not really familiar of those things yet. Okay, but in this part of the module, it is thoroughly discussed. Okay, so you just need to read through them, and if there's something that you don't understand, or if there's something that you have difficulty in understanding, we're always here for you. So you know for a fact that you can text me or you can message me in Messenger. You can even call me, and we can even have an online class if it's really too hard for you to understand. Okay, so these are the elements of the multimodal communication. You have linguistic, so language, and visual, so pictures, moving pictures, videos, audio, and oral. So volume, pitch, rhythm of music, and sound effect is also a multimodal type of communication. You have gestural and spatial. So there. So you can just go over those. Okay, or you can watch the other video that I made, okay, for an in-depth discussion. So what's new? So basically what you're going to do in this activity is you're gonna guess the word, okay, based on the pictures provided. Say for example, you have a heartbreak. I know that you guys have almost all of you are using cell phones now, and when you text, you actually include emojis, right? So it's not just the letters, there are also small images that will talk about your emotions, that will talk about your feelings that you cannot somewhat put into words. So those are what emojis for. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. You're going to decode the pictures and make them into words. So say for example, you have break and you have time. So you have the word break time. Okay, so you're gonna do that starting from 1 up to 10. Okay, and the next is what is it? So the 5 modes. So it has an in-depth discussion of the modes of the multimodal text. So you have visual, basically this is what you see, oral or audio, this is what you hear, gestural. So when it comes to gestural, it's actually your the way you move. Okay, so the way you move your hand, the way you move your shoulders, the way you move your body, the way you move your facial expressions. Okay, so that is included in the gestural, and you cannot understand or you cannot see gesturals if you don't pay attention to your speaker. Okay, so there, that is gestural. Okay, so going back, you have linguistic. So basically, we know what this is, the alphabet, the letters from A, B, C up into Z. So, and also spoken words. So, how these letters become words and how they are being spoken by the speaker. So, that is linguistic. And spatial. Spatial, when you say spatial, it has something to do with your environment. Okay, so as you can see in a classroom, you cannot learn properly, you cannot understand properly if it's actually topsy-turvy. So, if everything is not arranged properly. So, that's why in a classroom before, when we had face to face, right? So your teacher made sure that your tables, your chairs, everything in the classroom is properly arranged, okay, to aid the learning process. So as you can see, there is a picture of a traditional classroom where all the tables and the chairs are arranged properly. Okay, that is for spatial multimodal communication. And we also have another set of classroom that is it actually is arranged because of the collaborative activity that may have during the discussion process. So it's called collaborative classrooms, where the students are actually just, they can sit wherever they want, is not as arranged as the traditional classroom, but it is for the students to collaboratively discuss with one another. Okay, so that is an example of a spatial multimodal text or communication. Okay, so what's more? In activity 2, picture or image perception. So determine the type of modes using the pictures given. So remember, the 5 modes are, you have visual, oral, gestural, linguistic, spatial. Okay, so you're gonna determine what kind of mode is the picture showing. There you go. Okay, that's up until 10. And the next is what I have learned, transcribing challenge. So basically, you're gonna transcribe the emojis. There's a paragraph in there, and the words are replaced with emojis. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna replace those emojis with the words that it represents. Okay, good luck. And what can I do? Or what I can do is an instructional video making or a script making activity. So you do have an option though, depending on the available resources that you have at home. So option 1, you can create a 10-minute video presentation where there is an illustration of images, okay, provided below. You can use any applications that you want. You can use GoPro application if you have that on your phone, or Movie Maker in your laptop and computer, or Filmora, or anything that is a video making app. Okay, and the video, you can save that in a JPEG file, because that's the standard file that all players can play. And option 2, write the script for the presentation using the images provided below to prevent the spread of COVID-19 virus. So if you don't have the resources like your phone, the internet, or your laptop, what you can do is that you're going to create somewhat of a story, okay, or you can have an essay regarding tips to prevent coronavirus transmission. Okay, so that's it. And the assessment, also an important part. This will assess if you have learned something from your self-learning modules. So you can answer that, just answer honestly, okay, so that you'll know your weaknesses and your strength. okay, when it comes to the topic. And you also have an additional activity. So after answering the assessment, you can have this activity one, which is entitled Tell Me a Story. So you're going to compose a composition text using multimodal text based on the picture and still images. Okay, so here you're gonna um, use, or you're gonna make a paragraph based on this picture. Okay, so here's the rubrics. This is what will guide you on how to get a very good score in this activity. Okay, and of course, the last one, also very important one, is the answer key. I know that you might probably been wondering why there is an answer key. It's actually because this is a self-learning module. It means that you learn all by yourself because of the limits that were given to us because of this pandemic. So there is an answer key. Not this is not used. This is not used so that you'll know the answer, and you're just gonna use the answer key in answering all the activities in the module. This is what guides you after answering your modules. Okay, so that you'll know if you have some challenges, if you have some weakness, if you have some strength. Okay, so you can actually ask your mother or your father or anyone from your or in your house to check your answers. Okay, so this is the use of the answer key. Okay, so remember, if you're gonna cheat, this is not us you're cheating. This is not the government you're cheating, but this is uh, cheating yourself. Okay, and that's pretty a bad idea. Okay, so there again, thank you so much for listening. Those are the things that you need to do in your module, and do not forget, we're always there if you need our help. If you have challenges in understanding the module, you can always reach out to us. Okay, so in your envelope there are numbers of your subject teachers. Sometimes we don't know, especially if you're gonna ask us about a subject that we're not really that familiar. So it's also you are given the opportunity to reach out your subject teacher so that this subject can be thoroughly explained. Okay, so if you have any questions, again, you can reach out to me. You can call me. You can also reach out to me using Messenger or using email, or you can also visit me at school. I'm there, but you won't be allowed to go inside. So you can just call me. All right, so guys, thank you so much for listening. See you in the other video. If you want a more detailed discussion on this topic, you can also check out that video. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and good luck. Have a great day. Bye bye.